Hi, welcome everyone. It's so lovely to be here. Let's see who's here. We have Carl from sunny-ish South Wales. Welcome. Christina from Germany. Shelly from Central Florida. Gary Mad Meta from San Jose. I feel like that should be your handle. Ellie from New York City. Ted from Sweden. Sarah from Canada. Sandy from Foothill Ranch, California. Wow, Wanda from Ontario, Canada. We are just already a worldwide gathering, and how wonderful is that? So welcome, everyone. Get comfortable, settle in. It's so lovely to be here with all of you today. Yeah, welcome. I have to say, I have this unique opportunity. This is totally aside, but Elisha is away camping with the boys for one night. And it's just been a really peaceful morning. I love my family and my kids, and it's also nice to have a little break. And so I'm just enjoying that, this sort of overcasty morning in Los Angeles. So welcome. Okay, so today we are really gonna just briefly talk about and then practice together connecting to our own inner wisdom. And this is something that for me has really just long been my guide. There have been certain moments in time in my life where I just knew something there. And often it was risks that I was going to take that, my family or friends weren't a little confused by or didn't understand, but I just had this inner sense of knowing that this was my path. This was my truth. And every time that I could connect to the courage inside of myself to really trust that, it has never led me astray. And so as my life has gone on and the more that I've worked with other individuals, I've just really seen the power of being able to provide space and connection to first and foremost hear what our own inner knowing is telling us and then listen to it. And it is hard to do because often it's not necessarily in alignment with our greatest dreams. Sometimes it's not in alignment with our families. Sometimes it's different than what we expected. And almost always it takes courage. And I've started to read Martha Beck's new book, The Way of Integrity. And she actually has a really beautiful way of describing this. And I haven't finished the book, but I do recommend it. And also you can listen to podcasts of her talking about it. But she talks about integrity not as this lofty thing where we are holding ourselves to these standards of morals and values. I mean, that kind of integrity exists. But the integrity that she's talking about, that I'm talking about right now, is being in alignment with our own being. And that our bodies are often barometers to let us know when we're not in alignment. There's constriction present. There is a lack of ease and grace that is there. And when we actually can start to tune in and listen to our bodies and really see what is most true for me in this moment, that's when we can start to listen to our own inner wisdom, our own intuition, and be in integrity with ourselves. And so I invite you just to take a moment to notice if you know that feeling, if that's familiar to you in some way, where you said yes when you mean no, and you can sort of feel the constriction come. You knew you really wanted to do something, but you didn't do it. And you could feel that constriction. Or when you did, when you said yes to something that was scary but exciting and it felt right in your being. And every time we make one of those small choices, it hurts. We hurt ourselves. And she actually talks about how 1 year she didn't tell a single lie to anyone ever. And it was a very challenging year. And by no means am I inviting you or suggesting that you do that, because it can have ramifications in our lives and our families and our work. Because, it's like, I don't really want to do the laundry. That doesn't feel in alignment with my being. However, somebody's got to do the laundry. It's got to get done. So, there are moments where we have to navigate that it's not always in alignment. But there's also lots of moments where we can actually create the space and the invitation to connect to our truth and then listen to our bodies and have the intention to be in our own integrity, to hear our own intuition, to trust our own inner wisdom. And so I'm going to read this beautiful classic poem before and after our practice. And many of you who have been in the mindfulness world, I'm sure, have heard this. And so if you have, I invite you to open your ears and your heart and your mind with that beautiful beginner's mind, and just to hear the words and receive them anew in this moment. Love After Love by Derek Walcott. The time will come when with elation you will greet yourself arriving at your own door in your own mirror, and each will smile at each other's welcome and say, "Sit here, eat." You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you've ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit and feast on your life. And so breathing that in, sitting and feasting in your own life, in your own being, and all of your preciousness. And I invite you now to close your eyes and take a few long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in, filling the belly. And breathing out, letting the belly deflate completely. And with each breath, inviting the body to soften into this moment, into the chair, couch, cushion, bed, floor, wherever your body is. Inviting a softening. Starting with the muscles in the face, the scalp, letting the shoulders drop, The jaw loosen. The chest uncoil. The belly soften. Releasing any holding in the buttocks. And let the arms and legs just rest comfortably. Inviting your breath to find its natural rhythm. Trusting in the infinite wisdom of your precious body. Greet yourself, opening your heart to your whole being, your powerful and sharp intellect, your soft, tender, fierce heart, your precious, powerful, beautiful body. And your expansive, connected soul. Noticing if any judgments arise, any critique, any resistance, and see if with a loving heart you can just gently note them. Oh, isn't that interesting? And just for these moments, and perhaps even just for this moment, see if you can gently put them to the side and open your whole being to receive the miraculous, extraordinary you in all of your glory and flaws and challenges and strengths. I invite you now to check in with yourself, connecting to your own inner wisdom, intuition, your body, your heart, your soul. And with an open curiosity, checking in and seeing if there's anything that needs to be known. Something that maybe feels out of alignment. Perhaps a wisdom, maybe a sentiment, reassuring words. Just be open and asking yourself the question, what do I need to know? How can I live in greatest alignment with myself? What is my truest wish? Seeing if you can allow the editor and critic to just take a break and be open to receive whatever comes forward. Often our body can serve as a barometer for truth, for alignment. And so just scanning into the body, noticing any areas of tension or tightness. Often these are places we avoid, scorn, or frustrated by. And so if there is an area that needs a little bit of tenderness, see if you can greet yourself, greet this tension, this tightness with a loving, open heart, providing support and ease, and also with a sense of curiosity, inquiring as to what this pain, this discomfort may have to express to you. And again, just being curious, something or nothing may emerge and all is okay. And bringing your breath to any of these places of tension or tightness, and see if you can invite them to also soften, to release some of the holding. Sometimes this is possible and sometimes it's not. And so just greeting yourself exactly as you are. I invite you to take note of whatever came forward for you without judging it, just receiving it as information, as an invitation. And returning once again to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking life one breath at a time. And so once again, opening your being to receive these beautiful words by Derek Walcott. Love after love. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, "Sit here, eat." You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life. So I invite you to take one more big breath in and release it as you open your eyes if they were closed. Hi. How was that for you? What did you notice when you chose to check in with your own inner wisdom? Were there any invitations, information? I would love to hear from anyone and if there's any questions. And I also just invite you to take this practice with you. If you have a few moments to journal, to jot anything down that came up for you, it's often helpful to really integrate and solidify the practice when you spend that time writing things down. And remember, it's all an invitation to listen, to respect ourselves, to see what feels most right, most resonant, most true. And so Ted says, wonderful, such an interesting experience. Sandy, beautiful poem. It really is. And it's Love After Love from Derek Walcott. And I can post it because I know people often like to see the poems. And for those of you that have been coming, and for those of you that are new, welcome always. We invite you to donate if you feel so moved. This helps us to keep these meditations going, as well as provide scholarships for our online programs and support our teachers. And I can post those links. You can do it via PenPal or Venmo, and really any amount is appreciated. And we just so enjoy being here with all of you. And I truly wish for each of you, sorry, as I'm navigating all of this, there we go, that you start to use your body as a barometer, that you really start to invite that quiet connection and to hear your own inner wisdom, and to also listen to it and put that listening into action in a way that feels in alignment and integrity and serves you. And so I wish you all a truly blessed day. Thank you.